Y'all tell me, am I tripping, bro? It looked great. It looked good, but $22, fam.
So this is $90 worth of groceries.
Now I'm gonna let y'all know our catfish is, the 2-piece is $14. So I just want y'all to know, just in case nobody didn't know.
So I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday and kept seeing people talk about how crazy prices have gotten. And honestly, some of these prices are trifling. Prices have been skyrocketing since like 2020. But food hits different because you gotta eat. You can't avoid it. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at what people are saying online about grocery prices, fast food prices, and just see how bad it's really gotten.
Hey, what's up, America? We're here at a grocery store in Indiana, and we're checking out meat prices. That's right, it's a meat price update. So we got early turkey prices. Looks like $38 for a 20-pound turkey. There you go, $37 for 19 pounds. So that's what you're gonna be paying, about 40 bucks a turkey. We got the packs of burgers for 12, Angus for $9.99. The big log rolls for 25 bucks. Roast is $8 a pound. We have ribeye steaks for $9.99 a pound. And the ribeye steak here for $20 a pound. We got high prices on the roast here, 30, 28. Shitty piece for 15. We got the Angus is 10 bucks a pound. Pork is pretty cheap, $10 for 10, 5 for 5, that's good. So yeah, pork prices overall are pretty cheap, it looks like. And there's your sausage. It's a little high, not much, little. Chicken, $7, 7 bucks, it's going up. And I've noticed the lunch meat prices have not really come up or gone down since Biden was president. So that's the meat price update for today.
You need to be shopping for deals. In this economy, you cannot shop on preference. Not right now. Not really for the last half decade. You have to search a deal and base a meal around the current prices that you can find that are affordable. If beef right now is expensive, you need to reduce the amount of beef recipes or beef meals that you're making. If chicken is at a lower price right now, then you need to base your meals for the current point in time, for however long it takes, on chicken. There's nothing you as a singular person can do about prices. There's just like last year, there was nothing you could do about prices. And the year before that, there was nothing you can do about prices. The only thing that you can affect is the way you spend your own money. Oh, I know that's gonna be expensive.
Raisins, vegan bites, ice cream,
and
chicken,
you got pull-ups,
carrots, granola, yogurt, milk,
organic,
coffee,
reduced.
creamer,
Oh, I
bread,
know that's gonna be
strawberries,
expensive.
pancake mix, peanut butter, potatoes, blueberries,
Pasture-raised eggs.
Greek yogurt, pistachios, eggs,
Where's she shopping at?
5 waters, training underwear.
$267 in New York?
Raisins, vegan
What does
bites,
she
ice
shop
cream,
at? Am I tripping?
carrots, granola, yogurt, milk, coffee, creamer, bread,
I know
strawberries,
this is expensive.
pancake
Don't get me wrong. This is still
mix,
expensive.
peanut butter, potatoes, blueberries, Greek yogurt, pistachios, eggs, pumpkins, 5 waters, training underwear.
In context, right? In 2025, for all of that organic stuff that she had and pull-ups for $267 is not bad.
Are you sure about that?
In New York. So this is all of that organic stuff, pull-ups in New York for $267. I don't know. That's expensive. I know people gonna be like, oh, that's expensive. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, it is, obviously. I'm thinking that was gonna be like $300-400. Like me just looking back over it, 2 things of chicken, which it looks like chicken wings, granola, let's see, granola, milk, carrots, coffee creamer, bread, strawberry, okay, peanut butter, potatoes, blueberries, Greek yogurt, eggs, pumpkin, and then the pull-ups. 267. Okay, never mind. Never mind, that's expensive. Now, it's still in New York. So that should still be more expensive. I am intrigued to know where she shopped. I can't tell where she shopped. If y'all can tell where she shopped, let me know. But I don't know. It's still crazy because it's a bunch of like fruit and peanut butter and granola and creamer and all of that other stuff. The pull-ups are expensive. The chicken is expensive, and all of it's organic. So naturally, I'm like, all of that food, $267, and it's all organic, and it's in New York. But then if I look at it again, it's expensive.
So this is $90 worth of groceries. And I just feel some type of way. I did get some cookies. I got Smart Food Edam's cookies because they were on sale. I like to get these Honest Kids because it's just low sugar and it's like a little bit sweet drink. Orange juice. I love this cherry limeade juice. This is great for mixers if you like jam. Butter, steel cut oats, almond milk, Greek
Amazon
yogurt,
grocery.
beef kielbasa, some cheese. These fucked up ass English muffins. It literally looked like a mouse was inside. My Milano cookies. So I did get some bad treats. This is my bad stuff. And the Smart Food is like kind of bad, but not really. I got other proteins, ground turkey breast, some salmon, black beans, 2 of these, some paper towels. Also got some toilet paper, 2 gallons of water, and Spindrift. So quite a few drinks.
You
I
still
drink
pulling
a lot
that
of
stuff? You talking about
different,
$90?
waters.
Am I tripping?
And that's it. And I just feel like it should be more food than this. And I just feel like it should be more food than this for $90. I don't know.
I was wrong on the last video. I admit it. However, I saw that this was Amazon Fresh. Amazon Fresh delivers, I think, same day. So if you paid for all of this stuff for $90 and got it delivered to you same day, and it's relatively healthy, yes, it's still expensive because prices are expensive. But when you're looking at this, that she got it probably delivered same day, she got it delivered. It's Amazon Fresh, so it's owned by Whole Foods, even though it's a separate company, even though it's a separate store, it's owned by Amazon. And it's relatively healthy, and it was for $90. All that for $90 is expensive, but based on the other variables that you have, it almost seems not that bad of a price.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Now, this is pathetic. $63 for this? Yeah. You were finessed, okay? You were robbed. You were bamboozled. You were led astray, okay? That is wild. Where did you shop? What is this, Food Max? Never shop at Food Max again. If this costs you $63, if you are telling the truth, right, and you ain't trolling me, if this costs you $63, you don't even need to drive past Food Max. Never drive past Food Max again, okay? You don't even need to look at the place anymore because this is diabolical. This is nefarious. This is depressing. You don't even got protein. Never shop at Food Max again, okay? You shouldn't. I blame you. Am I missing something? I'm missing something, right? Gotta be. Because 2 packs of cheese, honey bunches of oats, look like some spaghetti. So it looks like you making my brother in Christ. If you spent $63 to make spaghetti, I'm gonna report your page. No. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna report your page. If you pay $63 for spaghetti, there better be some ground beef that's hiding behind this. You better be deceiving me. There better be ground beef hiding behind this box of cereal that you just hiding from me.
This is why it's don't build a McDonald's.
Diabolical. $13.99 for a Big Mac. A Big Mac meal in 2019, pre-pandemic, was $7.29. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm not going to give any commentary to that. It's hilarious to me. I read the comments of this TikTok, and everyone's like corporate greed and all this other stuff. I'm talking about corporations being greedy, which is true. Corporations are greedy. They are made for profit. They're not a nonprofit. They're made to make profit. So understandable to a degree, but yes, they are greedy. However, there's a such thing called cost of goods, right? Revenue, cost of goods. And then you have all that overhead stuff, right? All the administrative costs and all that other stuff. And let's say I have this pen. It cost me $1 to make this pen, right? To make it, just the cost of goods to make this pen, it cost me $1 each pen. Administrative costs, let's say, cost me 50 cents, right? All my overhead stuff cost me 50 cents. So $1.50, I'm out to make this pen. And let's say I sell it for $2, so I make 50 cents profit. So let's say that was in 2019. It's 2025. It now costs me $2 to make this pen. And it now costs me $1 to handle my administrative costs, all my overhead. So now this pen costs me $3 to make. Well, if I keep my price at $2, I will now be at a net loss, right? Easy concept. Now, does that mean I need to raise my price to $7? No. You know, that would be considered the corporate greed that people are talking about, right? But if I raise my price to $4, is that wrong? It cost me $3. I was making in 2019 50 cents, but now I'm making $1. And this costs $4 now. Even though it cost me $3 to make, I'm still making more money. Now, is that corporate greed? Or is that just making profit, increase in profit? Especially when you have shareholders, when you yourself need to live and it's more expensive for you to buy things. All that to say, we need to separate the notion of a business needing to operate and make profit and corporate greed. No, I don't have to raise the price of the pen to $7, but I also don't need to have the pen be at $3.50. I can make a better profit without having to be greedy.
I have a question for all the people who think that fast food in 2025 is just way too expensive now, that it's just insanely priced and it's not worth it anymore and you're better off going down to a sit-down restaurant. How do all of you reconcile the fact that you all begged for these companies to pay their employees more money over the last 10 years? You told them to take one of their biggest input costs and increase it overnight by what? 40, 50, even 100% in some places. I know most of you who asked for this don't understand how businesses actually work because you've never operated one, but when you ask a business to increase one of their largest input costs, for them to still make money, you know, the point of a business existing, they're going to have to raise the price of whatever it is they're selling to continue making money. How can any of you in your right mind complain about the prices now when you all beg them, again, to pay their employees more money? There are only two possible options when it comes to fast food. The first one is the old way. You pay everyone that works there minimum wage, and because it's minimum wage, it's mostly high schoolers, so they don't really care. They're just happy to have a job. And then you have cheap fast food. Or you have number two, which is what we have now. You beg to pay all of these people way more money. Therefore, you have to increase the prices of whatever it is that's being sold, the food. So you can blame yourselves for this one. It's your fault.
That's the exact point that I'm making. Businesses just don't set a price on something, and all the money that you give them, that $15 you pay for whatever food you got, doesn't go straight to their pockets. That is what you call revenue, sales. That is what they have made at the top of the line. Like right below that line, everything else before you get to the net profit or loss is everything it took to make that income. As it rises for you as an individual, it also rises for a company. A company cannot keep their prices at a certain level when everything it takes to make that company function rises at the same time. I don't get where we've gone in the mentality that companies aren't in it to make profit. If you were to make a company, you're in the game to make profit. You can't, unless you are a nonprofit, and then you have a different assignment. Now, are CEOs and CFOs and all these executive people making a ton of money that they really can allocate and they can reallocate all that to pay people more? Yes, I agree with that. I also agree with that. I do. But you also have to understand the amount of CEOs in the world that are competent CEOs and the amount of fast food workers. Can we see that a little bit? Understand that if you're working at a fast food restaurant, you're not meant to make a livable wage if you're not a manager or above. That is reality. It was meant to be for high schoolers, meant to be for kids in college just trying to make it through. That's what it was meant for. And now people on hard times, which it's not, I won't put the full blame on them, are now working at fast food restaurants because they have to. I mean, there are some people with full-on degrees, accounting degrees, business degrees, working at fast food restaurant because that's all they can find. There's a level of understanding with all of this stuff, and everyone wants to be so black and white in everything. Everything has to be mutually exclusive in everything, you know. It's all corporate greed. It has nothing to do with nothing else. It's all corporate greed. No, obviously that's not right. Obviously that's incorrect. Or on the other side, it's not corporate greed at all. Companies got to make money and all this stuff. It's not that as well. It's a mixture of both. Two things can be true at once. So one of the craziest things I kept passing by was these food plates. Oh my goodness. These TikTok food plates are insane. I don't see who buying this. I don't understand. Like, go make your own. If you're gonna spend this type of money on a food plate, you can probably make this and have a pot of it and last you a couple days. Cause these food plates are insane.
Bro, I'm not even a cheap, but I go to the mall to go shopping, so I get something to eat. I usually go to a little Chinese spot, spend like $12 to $14. This shit was $22. Y'all tell me, am I tripping, bro? It looked great. It looked good.
It do
but
look
$22, fam? It ain't stand a chance.
You talk about it was expensive. Well, you got your money's worth. Bro made one cut and that food was done. Honestly, at a certain point, we got to normalize seeing a price, seeing what they offer, and just walking away. I know that may be wrong, but if I'm in line, right, if I see that it's $22, right, because they'll show you the price. If I see that's $22, I'm like, okay, let me see what I get. And they start stacking it on, and I see that I get 70% rice, right, 10% chicken, right, and 20% asparagus. I think I'm gonna walk away. I know that's wrong. I'm gonna walk away. That's insane. Look what he opened. This man got white rice, chicken, and asparagus for $22 for one eat.
Let me explain to y'all why this plate right here is $200.
Hold up.
First of all,
let me just pause and gather my thoughts real fast. She said this is a $200 plate. So let me think. There's nothing on this planet that can go on that's $200 unless you put $200 bills in there. There's no amount of food that can go in that styrofoam container that would make me pay $200 for it unless there is $200 in that styrofoam container, right? So now that my expectation is set, let's see.
we have 2 pork chops, crab meat, mac and cheese, a fried pork chop, a grilled pork chop, and a whole lobster tail. Like, what other price would this be? I just want to know, would y'all pay $200 for it?
Wow. Okay, let's do the math real quick. A pack of pork chops, $8. Crab meat, around $15. Box of mac and cheese, $5. Lobster tail, let's say $20. The container, like $1.50. So that's a total of $49.50. So with like service charge and taxes, let's see around $60 tops.
I wouldn't buy it for $51. It looks like crap. It looks junky. That doesn't look good. Like I get that it's a bunch of protein, and maybe separately it looked good. Like if you separate all of them, yeah, it looked good, but I'm not paying $50 for that. If she came in and opened that up and was like, this is $50. And I looked at that and there's like this like lobster meat just looking at me. I'm not buying that. I'm not wasting my money on no lobster meat on top of my pork chop. I want to know how many she sold. That is my take on this. How many did you sell? How many people did you finesse to get this plate? Because if you finesse people to get a $200 plate, I'm gonna give you your credit. And there's something special about you.
How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Now I'm gonna let y'all know our catfish is, the 2-piece is $14. So I just want y'all to know, just in case nobody
A
didn't
2-piece
know.
for 14? If you really think about it, it's a normal plate. That you usually get plates, a fish plate for around between $10 to $14. It's the size of the fish. That's the audacity that I think people are shocked with. The fries look seasoned. You know, store-bought fries, seasoned. They don't look bad. You know, you got your loaf, probably the cheap loaf. That don't look bad. You know, between the fries and the loaf, unit cost probably $3 max. And I think I'm being gracious and even saying $3 for those two things. And you probably threw in a drink. I would hope you threw in a drink. I would rather a $14 plate with the loaf, a drink, and those fries with one large catfish than two small ones. I would rather that. I would rather just be a nice size catfish on my plate than these two shrimp type catfish. But that's just me.
Is this plate right here worth $50?
Let's see.
I'm about to run the tape.
Let's see.
Let me know.
How much?
$50 plate.
50. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, 50.
He said 50.
Yo, old boy's face
He said, huh?
when she told him the price, he was like, $50? You can look at his face, he was like, bro. But real talk, it looked good. But it looked like it's about, what, 6-7 wings and a plate of fries? $50? I don't know. What y'all think?
This is the perfect example of what I was talking about when it comes to greed, profit. Greed, profit. This is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to greed and profit. When you got to make profit, but you don't have to be greedy. There is in no world that you're even close to $50 plate on this. That is an $11 plate. That is her cost. That's how much it costs her to make. She could have made that plate $21 and made $10 off of that. So how do you excuse this? This is what you call greed. And he probably paid for it because he probably wanted to support her and she probably a small business. She want to get up. You can't do stuff like this.
Let me explain something to you. We cut the prices in half. In a world full of $40 platters, I cut the prices in half. Now let me put this knife
Please
down
do.
before Maplewood PD try to turn up on me.
17. Now, see, this is reasonable.
$17.50. As promised, since I opened this store, I've been giving out the best deals.
That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. And to me, he's underpriced. He's doing y'all a favor. That is flavor. That is taste. That is culture. And it's for $17.50, brother. You are underpriced. This is the opposite of greed. This is humility. Because ain't no way in this world those plates should be $17.50. I'll say that plate probably cost him like $10, $12 to make. He's probably only making about $5 to $6 profit on that plate. If that. Because he looks like he runs a restaurant. So he probably has to pay employees. He's not making a lot of money on those plates. Bless you, man. Don't do yourself a disservice. Because that looked good. I'll buy that. $17.50, I'm coming out of my pockets on that. Especially them wings. With them collard greens and... All right, let me stop.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, tell me if I was wrong on some of these prices. Let me know what prices that you have in your area. Check out my other video. I did a video about going to the grocery store and seeing if these prices are true in my own area. So you can check that video out right here, and I'll see you next time.